For this video review, we're going to take a look at the Ultimate BatWing plus the Flash and Batman figure for the new DC Flash movie. I ordered this set at Amazon.com, delivered through Prime. So we are ready to take the Batwing and the figures of packaging. So for those of you who are interested with the dimensions of this Batwing, let us do some measurement. So length, wing to wing, that is 16 inches. Now, from the tip of the tail of the vehicle to just the tip of the cockpit, so that's going to be 11 inches. Now to the tip of the nose of or the cone of the vehicle, that's going to be 13 inches. So for $25, let's do a quick 360 of the vehicle form. So this is the top view. So you could really see all of the details that Spin Masters has offered us with this $25 BatWing. Gimmicks: folding landing gears, which is on the bottom side of the vehicle, which I'm going to show off later. Also the details of the underside, but we're going to concentrate on the top side first. So to open the cockpit, we have a groove on this side on the front of the cockpit, wherein you could insert a finger and lift the canopy up. So the body of this vehicle is matte black. The only shiny part is going to be the cockpit cover or the canopy. Do we have any details inside the cockpit? Any stickers to resemble a control panel? Do we have a stick shift? Do we have any gadgets or gizmos that we expect of a control configuration for the Batwing? There isn't any, which is actually a bonus if you are a customizer, because you have a lot of the space wherein you could work on this vehicle. And actually you could take this vehicle apart, which I'm going to show off later. But for the purpose of just the straight out gimmick, it's just going to be an opening cockpit, wherein you could, of course, you're not going to insert the Flash figure in this Batwing. It has to be the Keaton Batman. So only one pilot for this Batwing figure. And the other feature is going to be folding landing gears. Okay, so let's move towards the bottom side of the vehicle. So we're going to fold the landing gears. Okay, so this is the bottom side of the vehicle. So actually you could still take this figure apart, because we have a lot of screws, wherein if you disengage all of those screws, this figure would split in two. That way you could really modify to your heart's content the details of the cockpit. Well, you could put on a lot of details using model kits from possibly an F-14 if you want a Tom Cruise styled cockpit, or an F-18 Hornet, or possibly any of the 6th generation fighter jets that are offered in the bigger scale, such as this one. So even the sticker sheets for a model kit, that is what I'm going to do afterwards, because I'm going to place stickers on this, and possibly missile pads on the undercarriage, possibly on this side. That is where the missile pads are going to stay. And as for the cannon, possibly a minigun, just like the 1989 BatWing. I think it's going to be nicely placed on this side. So we could possibly place two, so one per wing. Well, depends. That is why the simplicity of this Batwing is really, really good, because it doesn't offer so much, and it is offered at a price that we could even take or order or purchase two Batwings and modify it differently, or color each purchase differently according to your preference. So really nice and simple vehicle. So we have Keaton Batman inside the cockpit of this Batwing. So as for how it looks, the vehicle plus the Batman action figure with the canopy open. Okay, so let's put the canopy down. So how is it going to look with the Batman figure in there? So still actually works. Now, does it really matter if we spice up the cockpit area, put up a lot of details in there, and especially stickers and whatnots? But actually, well, depends on the collector. Well, I think it's going to really look good if the cockpit area is really nicely detailed. But if you're just going to fit a figure in there, and this is how it's going to look, then it really does not matter whether the cockpit is fully detailed. What really is going to matter is going to be the frame of the vehicle, what you're going to put on the frame of the vehicle to really spice it up. So earlier in the video, we did a top profile of the vehicle. So now it is time to really show off the side profile of the vehicle. So we have Keaton Batman inside the cockpit. Okay, so this is the front profile, really nice and sleek. So let's do a side profile. Now look at that. So something reminiscent of the 1989 Batwing, which Keaton damaged fighting off the Joker. So let's do a back profile. So we have the thrusters, vertical stabilizers, and the air intakes. So the simplicity makes this set really great. So we are using right now a 1:6 scale military action figure stand, the only stand that's going to tolerate the weight and the mass of this vehicle. So adding just a little bit of play, of course, we want to catch this Batwing in a flight stance such as this, and of course the bat profile. Now look at that. So we could have a nice image of the VTOL, or the vertical takeoff and landing engines of this Batwing, with the landing gears neatly folded onto the fuselage. Okay, so let us inspect the action figures that is included with this set. So I already have my blue gloves on, so the camera would stay on focus with these two guys. Well, of course, let's start with the star of the show, 89, Keaton Batman. So this is the details on the action figure. Well, take a look at that head unit, or the head sculpt, especially the eyes. So as to how the head sculpt of this unit is painted, especially the eyes, not bad for a $25 figure. So let's discover articulation. So we have sideways motions for the head. Do we have tilts? No tilts. 360-degree for the arms. The poses, because we have a hinge. Single point of articulation for the elbow. And that is the detail of the glove unit of this action figure. And I think we have a rotation on this point. Yeah, we do have rotation on the elbow. So we don't have any form of articulation for the body of this action figure. But take a look at that bat symbol on the chest. So really nicely detailed. So we have a soft goods cape. And let's move towards the articulation of the legs. So forward. Of course, he has to maintain a good sitting position. So we have thigh rotation, not bad. So side kicks possible. Hey, not bad. So reverse hook, wheel kicks. Not bad of an action figure. So this is how the knees would bend, how deep a bend, and we don't have any articulation point on the feet of the action figure. So that is just straight out molded plastic. But for a 4-inch figure, especially a $25 vehicle with 2 action figures included, not bad at all. This is an action figure that I'm really going to pose with this vehicle. So it's not going to be replaced by any Batman in this scale. It has to be just this figure. Okay, so let's move on to the Flash. So this is the details of the Flash figure. And as you could see, not bad at all. So take a look at that head unit. The paint on the chest, the symbol of the Flash, and we have power coursing throughout the suit of the figure. But of course, that gold paint on the front is not visible on the back. It's just going to be gold paint on the back of the belt of the action figure, and of course, it's going to be the boot. So this NJ Crosse Batmobile measurement, length is 9.5 inches and width, that is about 3.25 inches. So with regards to scale with the Spin Masters BatWing, it is a great combination. So display piece, I think this is going to be a nice combo. So final thoughts on this Spin Masters BatWing, which comes with 2 action figures. So for the price, it's a 10 out of 10, $25. Not bad at all. If you're a customizer, this is the Batwing that you're going to wish for, because the simplicity leaves you for a lot of custom ideas, and especially workable spaces on the top of the vehicle, under the vehicle, and inside the cockpit. As to playability, anything bigger than this, it's going to be a piece that you plaster on the wall and you're not going to play with it. So the next size by Spin Masters of this Batwing, that is a poster or possibly a thing that you just look at on the wall, including the McFarlane Toys Batwing, which is just way too big for me. I cannot play with that thing. But with this, this is just right. The size, the way that it would fit a nice 4-inch figure, and the custom ideas that I could do with it. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.